The discussion highlighted the nation's ongoing infrastructure projects and underscored the need for enhanced safety measures to cope road incidents. During the segment, Usman Sanyang, Managing Director of the National Roads Authority, outlined the government's ambitious road construction plans, emphasizing the goal of nationwide connectivity. He revealed that the upcoming projects spanning the next 4 years are backed by significant government funding aimed at improving accessibility and streamlining transportation.
Road building is continuing with need to connect the whole country. And in fact, the accessibility limits in terms of criteria for some of the funding agencies is that we want to get most of the community within 2 kilometers of a paved road. Sure. That's the accessibility index. That's what we're trying to achieve. We're not yet there, but compared to some of our sub-regions and in fact major economic powers around in the sub-region, when you compare them to small Gambia with the small economy, if you compare the amount of roads we are building per population, which is the density of roads per population, we are really hitting far above our weight. We are better than most countries which are economically more powerful than us. You may want to know that as we sit at the moment, the amount of projects we have ongoing, total, in terms of road construction.
Leading road safety expert, Dr. Momodu Gassama, reframed road crashes as preventable human errors rather than mere accidents. He identified excessive speed and lack of caution as primary causes, stressing the urgency of behavioral change to reduce fatalities. In his analysis, he urged motorists to adhere to speed regulations and remain vigilant behind the wheel.
Have to call it an accident anymore. The thing is, yes, majority of it is human error. So why do you call it an accident? You see, when we put certain things in place and we go by them, certainly the number of crashes that we have on the road will be reduced. Now, take for example, say if you look at the developing, compare like developed countries and developing countries. If you look at developing countries, you start wondering how many cars, how many motorized powered vehicle do they have? If you look at the developing countries, low income countries, they only have nearly less than 1%. Low income countries. But high income countries, the vehicles are there, more. And then of course upper middle income countries, they have all the vehicles.
Adding to the discussion, Modu Baji, CEO of Frontstar Driving School, detailed the rigorous procedures his institution employs when issuing licenses, noting that candidates undergo a multi-step evaluation that includes vision testing, highway driving assessments, reverse and parallel parking examinations, and theoretical sign recognition.
So, how do we test the students? On a testing day, I'm just speaking out of experience. We do not have any say with the students that day.
Okay.
We do not control the students. We don't dictate the students, and then we don't even rectify them that very day. We do the work before the D-Day.
Okay.
And now the testing day, the testing officers will do their work. The testing officers, they are independent. Mr. Baji is a national testing officer.
Okay.
He will do the testing. First, we start with the vision testing to know whether you are qualified to drive or not, or whether you should use your lens, a lens to drive, or whether you should stop driving at night.
Okay.
The panelists collectively emphasized the role of collaborative engagement between government agencies, driving institutions, and the general public in bolstering road safety. As the Gambia advances its infrastructure development, experts insist that policy reinforcement, driver education, and swift emergency response systems must evolve in tandem to foster safer roadways and save lives. For Star TV News, I am Awasani.